we've got Mark Knox, and he has a song. This is, I think, the first time he's entered the IMSTA Song Reviews, and the song is called In Harmony.
We know what is right or wrong, so why don't we just get along with brothers, sisters, like those around us every day? And maybe there's a better way to live each day without the takeaway of bias and malice. Can we live in harmony? Can we live in harmony? What you say and what you do, the difference is a sneak preview of your life, my life. We can change the course of it, but only if we can agree to recognize to some degree that our lives and their lives could live in harmony. Why do we disapprove of strangers that we never knew? 'Cause their lives and our lives aren't the same, but we all know that what we want is all the same. But it's been turned into a game by those who push to make disharmony.
Many voices, many harmonies, many choices, many melodies.
Many paths with many destinies. If the whole world were a song, maybe we could sing along. Maybe we could sing along. We don't really have a choice to stay the course and have no voice in my life, your life. It could be the end of us, so maybe now's the time to say that we will find a better way for our children, to let them live in harmony.
We don't have to listen, pay attention to the friction. If it sounds too good to be true, then it is. So forget about publicity and look into the history to see what is happening again and again and again. Now more than ever.
What you think, what you believe, well, others, they may not agree with your life and my life, but that's okay, 'cause there's a way by working on some common ground. Well, we can turn it all around for everyone, everywhere, to live in harmony.
Many voices,
Many voices, many harmonies,
many choices,
many choices for you and me. If the whole world were a song, maybe we could sing along. Sing along, sing along. Many choices for you and me. By working on some common ground, we can turn it all around. Everyone, everywhere, to live in harmony. By working on some common ground, we can turn it all around. Yeah. Many voices for you and me. Ba, 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 da, ba, 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 da, 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 ba, da. Live in harmony.
Very good. Khalik, what do you say, sir? You're up first.
Okay, yeah, being a musician, I love the musicianship that's in this song. A lot of, throw you for a loop type chord changes and progressions and different things, little rhythmic things coming in. So I love the musical aspect of it. It gave me a vibe actually when I heard it. It kept reminding me of that group Jamiroquai.
Jamiroquai. It's totally Jamiroquai.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's what it got. But it's cool. A lot of cool stuff up in there. I think it might be a bit too long, and I think it still needs a little massaging. But it's got some nice stuff that I like in there. I would give it a 7.5. I
What do you think that it's got 6 verses and no chorus, just a refrain?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I really think they get rid of some of the dead weight. It's a bit much. And some of the progressions where it goes to sometimes I love musicianship and all that, but sometimes just make us want a little bit more.
Well, it's funny. I did a diatribe last time about no more than 2 verses, but I might have to take that back. I think it actually worked for them this time. So
Yeah,
anyway,
it worked.
what's the score? What's the score you're going to give them?
For me, I think I'll give him a 7.5.
7.5. 7.5 it is. Mishka, what do you say?
Okay, musically, man, this is like some beautiful stuff. Like really,
Yeah.
like to me, it's kind of vibe. Kind of gave me like a kind of a cross between Jamiroquai and Level 42 on the
Yeah.
musicality. Like they're bro, like what you're playing is just it's beautiful, man. I'm on a technical level. I'll tell you what. For me, I didn't like the girls. And I know it's like a really picky thing, but I would much rather hear your voice or a bunch of other guys singing those backgrounds because it makes it into kind of a different kind of thing for me. Now, having said that, I really like, and like how you made me win, even though it's like there really isn't a hook. There isn't, but I still freaking love this thing.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so guys, I'm gonna give you a 9. Okay.
Yeah, I gotta say, I stand corrected from last week. Clint, what do you say?
Yeah, I was gonna say, Ray, you might have to be standing corrected because it definitely I noticed it too. So like I love the intro, so I was gonna talk it out, so it was cool. Look, super groove. The opening verse, really at that opening verse, the tiny detail development, I loved it. I think he's got a really solid recording voice. This is something I note sometimes, and I really enjoyed his performance. His performance vocally for me had a beginning, a middle, and an end. He left things in the bag until the end, which is a mark of a professional vocalist, in my opinion. So I kind of really like that. Thought the production was a bit busy. It's not a bad thing because it's in the laneway, but perhaps saves some less is more surprises. It was just the thought in my head. Like this is a funky, catchy, soulful number, really well executed. Now, great vocal hook because the lyrics told a story. And so really, what other people said, my takeaway is this. I really, really, really dug this track. It was so well done. I think it was a homage to Stevie, actually, a little bit. It had a little bit of Stevie, but then if you think Jamiroquai and Level 42, it all goes back to Stevie, maybe, right? And I think he was crafty in how he is weaving the vocal story inside some pretty awesome playing. There's really no chorus, people said, but the hook was there. Right, so that
It's
vocal
a refrain,
hook,
yeah, it's a refrain at the end.
yeah, living in harmony. You couldn't help but remember it, and it's still going on in my head. I like the rap bridge for contrast. I agree about the length, and then on the slicks, and then the slick glide to the finish. Some people don't take the time to end a song, but I thought that was really smooth and well done. I think this is very promising. I'd save this artist to be on my watch list for new music. So, given the promise of this from an artistic standpoint, and that the craft and some of the stuff that's just all check boxes, 8.5.
8.5. Margaret, what do you say?
So I loved his percussive style, his vocal style. I thought that was really cool. Very positive, uplifting song. Loved the musicality. I feel like what Mishka said, I agree. I didn't love the girls as much as I loved his voice. I loved some of the harmonies they were getting, but there was like a bridge part or a whatever, the part where the girls kind of took the lead. I didn't love that part. I would like to just maybe cut it out because the song was pretty long. And that would be an area where I might think about cutting some of that out and maybe just coming in a little bit later when he comes in. I liked them as in the harmonies, but I didn't like it when they took over the lead. I didn't love it as much. I think it took away from the song because I feel like he's the star. And I mean, it was cool. I could see this there's a couple TV shows maybe that something like this would work really cool in. I don't really see it as a radio or streaming hit as much as I see it like placed in some type of a TV show or cable
What do you
show.
think of the lyrics? Did
So-
he win you over with the lyrics?
They're a little tame for me. I would like to see him go a little bit deeper with them. They're a little bit just super light, and I'm way more dark, and I like to get in there and just really go in there. And they're like, maybe they were light and they were safe. That's what I'll say about the lyrics. They were good, very well written. Guy knows what he's doing. You know, I have to say, good job, and encourage you to keep going and just go for it. You know, it's a really cool style.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a lot of potential. I'll say 7.5.
7.5. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, Mark Knox, I got to say, you did a great job. I love that the middle part of the verses when you switched it up. It was phenomenal. I like the fact that you started with just that clavinet, just clavinet alone, and you started singing, and you ended that way. So you ended the same way. There's a lot of symmetry. I thought it was great.